Now, the next thing that you're going to say is, hey, Jay, how are you all today? Whoa, what is this chat thing? I didn't know this would pop up. Well, that was unexpected. How are you all today? Welcome to the first ever live channel update. I actually recorded a video of this, and then I realized as I was editing that it was really boring. So I was like, you know what? It's probably just better to just go up live, make the pledge live with all of you, and just chat about what's coming up next. Eve noon to some of you. Hey Jay Direct. We're not there yet. It's more like hang out with Hey Jay and his pineapple. Look at this beauty that I got over the weekend. This is how far I've come in the past 6 months. Thank you to the Monster Hunter community. I can now afford pineapple drinks. But if you have not been, or if you have not been tuning into the streams recently, I'm getting very close to finishing my pledges. Monster Hunter Rise is potentially one stream away from being complete. I just have to get to Hunter rank 100, and then I have to kill 4 simple, easy little monsters, and Monster Hunter Rise is done until they add new monsters. It's filled with water. The pineapple is just filled with water. Monster Hunter World, the gap is closing on Alatreon. There's a very meaty journal coming down the pipe this week about my first proper true experience with Alatreon this past week. Some of you might have joined me for that. That was an interesting ride. And Monster Hunter World, we're down to 6 monsters left to be hunted. I do think I can beat Alatreon this week. And I think I can finish my pledge for Monster Hunter World this month. So we're in the end game. We're like getting close for both of these. So let's talk about what's next. What's next for this channel? What's next for streams? Before I make the pledge, here are some, oh man, what is this? I hope oh no, when I do the reveal, the chat's going to show up and it's going to ruin my reveal. Oh man, hang on. I think I can fix this. I can fix this. That's fix. And now what I can do is I can go here. Whoop. Okay. Chat will not show up on that. All right, we're good. Here are all the IPs I have of interest that I've been considering and looking at for what is the next pledge we're going to go through. So to give you guys some background, Yakuza is a franchise I've never really touched. I think I started playing Yakuza, the first one. I think that's like Yakuza 0. And I got that for free on my PS4 and I just fell out of it. Like for some reason, I just didn't get around to it, to continuing it. Not because I didn't like it. I got distracted by other games. So Yakuza is a massive franchise I really want to get to know. Metal Gear Solid, I've only played Metal Gear Solid 2. I was actually very invested in the story. I completed Metal Gear Solid 2 years ago. I never got around to playing the first one or finishing the story for whatever reason. Fire Emblem, another major franchise with dozens of entries. I've only played one to completion, which was Fire Emblem, the one with the families. It came out on 3DS. What was it called? It was with the dragon. You could pick the dragon guy or the dragon girl. 3 Houses? I think it was 3 Houses. It had really good soundtrack. Very good story, too. I really liked it. Oh, no, it was Fate. It was not 3 Houses. It was Fate. You guys are right. It was Fate. 3 Houses is a Switch one. It was definitely Fate. Then we've got Devil May Cry. I've never touched Devil May Cry. I've never even played any aspect of Devil May Cry. So I'm really interested in trying Devil May Cry. Final Fantasy 14. I've been a big fan of Final Fantasy for a long time. I've started Final Fantasy 14, but I just don't have the time commitment to get into MMOs, so I've never really dived deep. And an MMO is also a financial commitment as well as a time commitment. but I've heard so many great things about Final Fantasy 14. It's an experience I want to try and I want to go through. Other things on here, Dark Souls. I've heard, so I did a poll about a month or two ago asking which game would you guys want to see me journey through next, and Dark Souls won that poll by a significant amount. I played Dark Souls on the PlayStation 3. I made it to the first boss, which was like a minotaur on a bridge. It was super hard. I finally killed it, and then I like walked away. I walked through an entrance, and a dragon just came by and roasted me, killed me on the spot, and I had to restart. And I was just like, I just threw my controller. I was like, I am never touching this game again. And I've never looked back on Dark Souls since that moment. Like, I had a really, really bad time with Dark Souls. Halo, with the Halo Collector's Edition, I've been really curious to learn about the Halo. I've always been curious about the Halo story, and people usually say you don't play Halo for the story. You play Halo for like the multiplayer. So Halo has my curiosity, and now that there's a new Halo coming out this year, there is the whole collection I can play on PC now. Like, it's set up very well. Nudged in there, I put in Shantae because I was replaying Pirate's Curse on Friday, and I realized I've only played 2 Shantae games, Pirate's Curse and Half Genie Hero, but I haven't played the first 2, and I haven't played the new one, the Seven Sirens. So there's a lot of Shantae game to be played and to chronicle through. Resident Evil is another franchise, super popular. I've never touched it. I don't like horror. I don't like zombies. So I've never had any interest to play Resident Evil. As you can see, I tend to avoid Capcom IPs for some reason. So there are people who play Halo for this story. And then finally, I put Doom on here because I remembered I'm not big into first-person shooters, but I played a lot of Doom 2 as a kid for some reason. And I think I touched Doom 1 when it came to the Switch a bit, and I've never touched Doom 3. I've barely played Doom 2016, and the new Doom looks super awesome with like the hook shot and stuff. So really interested in like diving deep into the Doom franchise. So these are all the franchises I am interested in. Any on here that I may have missed that you guys are like, no, you got to play this. Another thing I would love to journal through is Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I played. It's my favorite game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I wish I could erase my memory and replay it and journal it, but I wasn't doing that type of content at the time last year. It really blew me away. Cold Steel, not familiar with that one. All right. So with all of that said, are you guys ready to see what is the future of this channel? What is the future of what is the next journal? I will give you a spoiler or a hint. It is one of the IPs on this list. So I will make the pledge now before revealing. The next game I reveal, I pledge to play until the credits roll on this next game. Here we go. The only reason I am giving Dark Souls another chance is because of all of you Monster Hunter supporters. I have heard Dark Souls is an evolution of Monster Hunter, and I have learned that if you can play Monster Hunter well, you can play Dark Souls. So I used to not be able to do anything in Monster Hunter. I used to hate that game. I used to hate moving in Monster Hunter. And to go from hating it to loving it, I figured maybe I can appreciate Dark Souls for what it is. And also, thematically, I'm not like that into Dark Souls. Oh man, this chat's ruining. But I was really into Berserk, the manga/anime series, and I heard Dark Souls is inspired heavily by the works from Berserk. So I am looking forward to finally understanding what this pain is all about. So the first pledge is to get through Dark Souls, not the optional bosses, just to get through the main story of Dark Souls. I bought Remastered, I bought Dark Souls 2, I bought Dark Souls 3. I have all 3 on PC. Let's just get through the first one, and then we'll see where to go from there. So in terms of what this means for the schedule and what the stream schedule on twitch.tv/HeyJayOfficial is going to look like, we have to move things around. So this is the new schedule. Dark Souls is going to start on July 20th with my very first stream. That's going to be every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That is when I'm going to be journeying through Dark Souls. I'm hoping that by then, Monster Hunter Rise, I have successfully finished everything I need to do in Rise. On Thursday is going to stay Monster Hunter for now. It's going to be World and Rise. So on Thursdays, I'm going to keep playing World until I get to Fatalis. I don't know how much time I'm going to need to beat Fatalis. I'm hearing it's a matter of weeks. So lots of content to drop on Thursdays for Monster Hunter. And when there's new DLC that drops for Rise that requires me to go revisit Rise, I'm just going to swap out World for Rise that week, and we're going to visit. So Thursdays are always going to be Monster Hunter Thursdays streams for a while. And there's going to be multiplayer as well in there. So if I need to do multiplayer stuff, those are going to be on Thursdays as well. Another game that I just released a review about, the demo impressions for Monster Hunter Stories 2. I did say I'm going to be playing that, and I've decided I'm going to be playing that on PC. And I'm going to stream all of Monster Hunter Stories 2. That's going to be Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. So in the video that I posted yesterday, I did say I would not journal Monster Hunter Stories 2 because it's an RPG. I don't know why I said that, because I was totally intending to journal Monster Hunter Stories 2 when there are major things. So you're probably not going to get a weekly journal from that, but I will journal as we go through Stories 2. And then as a bonus, around September, we're going to do a Metroid Marathon to celebrate the launch of Metroid Dread, which drops in October. I'm going to be playing Metroid Zero Mission, which I've never played before. I'm going to be playing Metroid Samus Returns, which I have beaten, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, which has been a while. So we're going to go through all that. And a lot of you have been asking if I'm going to play the old Monster Hunter games. And the answer to that is yes. I'm going to go back and play Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. That's the next one I want to go check out. We're going to take a small break from Monster Hunter, though, specifically new Monster Hunter games. And I'm going to get through Dark Souls first. I'm going to do the Metroid Marathon, and we're going to look at getting into the next Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate after that. So it's probably going to be end of this year or early next year where I'm going to go through Generations Ultimate. And I don't know how I feel about that one because I hear the quality of lives are not so great. So that should be an interesting journey in and of itself. Also, for anyone who has been here before January, you're probably wondering, hey, you never finished your Castlevania pledge. I still have, I think, 2 or 3 Castlevania games I still need to finish. Honestly, I will get around to it after a while. I've been playing Castlevania for 2 years, so I'm putting that on the back burner a little bit longer. But after I'm done with my JoJo journals, I'm going to go through the Castlevania anime series, and I'm going to do we're going to catch up on the Castlevania anime series and journal all of those seasons. Monster Hunter Generations is going to last me forever, really. So we'll see, Roach Dog, how Generations Ultimate. So those are all the updates I want to share with you. If there are any questions regarding, I don't know, any of the IPs, any of the schedule changes, any thoughts on anything, I'm calling them Joe Journals now. Monster Hunter 3 is still like far in my rearview mirror. I'm not sure if we're going to, and 4 Ultimate is on the 3DS, which I just don't enjoy playing on the 3DS very much. So oh, good question, Relics. What happened to Witcher 3? So I made it to the town, like I made it to one of the large towns in Witcher 3 after the Red Baron, and I felt the game has really gotten slow. Like I'm just running the most boring quests in town. It kind of lost my attention, so it's going a lot slower for now. I still intend to finish Witcher 3. I just haven't had the interest in playing it just because the story kind of lost my attention. I'm waiting for a hook to get me back in. So I usually like boot up Witcher 3. I put in a half hour to an hour. And I'm like, nah, I want to play something else. Sage, are the Sunday streams completely axe? Not necessarily. I might squeeze a Sunday morning stream when I can, but this is the schedule I'm going to try to actually stick to. So even the Sunday morning streams, although they have become regular, they were never like official or anything like that. I just kind of happen to do them all the time on Sundays. And for the next 2-3 weeks, at least, I'm still going to be doing the Sunday streams for multiplayer because we still have to do some grinds. One day Takashi, one day Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, I think it's called Novigrad in Witcher 3. And I've done quite a few quests. Like I've put in maybe 2-3 hours in Novigrad, and like there's just nothing progressing. I'm just like, come on, give me some. Like I think I'm like hunting down my my bard at this point, and he's been like hitting up all the ladies in town, and I'm like picking up his trail. I have heard of Jak and Daxter. Ratchet and Clank is a fantastic series. Actually, that's a really good one because I've played Going Commando was my first one for Ratchet and Clank. Loved it. Played the PS4 one, which was good. But there's a lot of Ratchet and Clank I did not play. This is your first time catching me on stream to me. That's awesome. That's why I figured, let's do a live stream instead of a video so I can actually interact with the YouTube viewers, not just the Twitch viewers. Top 3 games of all time. If I'm just going off of like what comes to mind right now, I'd have to say Final Fantasy VII Remake, Chrono Trigger. The third one's up in the air. I'm a little biased towards Monster Hunter World right now because of clearly what's going on. I'm not sure what the third one would be. I'm going to hold on to that. But the other 2 come to mind like very easily. I would need a PlayStation 5 to do the new Ratchet and Clank. I still don't have one of those. They're too much of a pain to get. I really, really enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 2 was still fun. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 made me kind of lose respect for the series where I'm just like, it's too diluted. It's too weird. And I didn't really play too much of like the side games on all the handhelds. Kingdom Hearts is too hard to get into. Or it's too hard for me to stay in. But I thought the first game was very well done for Kingdom Hearts. Thank you, Dopamine Addict. It's not summer unless you got a pineapple cup. Will I do a karaoke version of Kezu's theme? Anytime, just for you. Just for you, Hans. After JoJo, what's the next anime? It'll be Castlevania. So I have watched the first 2 seasons of Castlevania, but I'm going to rewatch them because when I watched them, I hadn't played the games yet. So I want to go back with the perspective of I played the games. Now let's see what the anime is about. Last Guardian is another one. I've never been drawn too much to it, but I would love to try it for sure because I really did enjoy. It's the same team that did Shadow of the Colossus, right? So would definitely love that. By the way, I saw some top chats come in earlier. I think it was one was from Sage. Thank you for that. And there was one more. Totally sorry, it was during the reveal. So Sage, thank you for that donation. And oh no, YouTube won't let me scroll back further. I missed the name of the person who donated prior to that, but thank you as well. So they're at part 6 of an anime for JoJo. Favorite monster so far. Oh, what was the one? You know what? I don't know if it's because it's recent. I go through this in the journal. I dedicated an entire journal just to Alatreon because I spent 4 hours fighting that thing. Oh, both were from Sage? What was I saying? Alatreon, I can't believe I fought the same monster for 4 hours and never got frustrated with the monster. I think that is really telling of how well designed that fight is because the whole problem, I'm frustrated with myself. I'm not frustrated with Alatreon. Glavenus is a beautiful monster. That's one of my favorites for sure. I think Alatreon's going to go down this week. Stardust Crusaders is half done, Yaru. I have a Joe journal coming out this week, which covers the first half of what's it called? Stardust Crusaders. So I've just made it to Egypt. So I did a Joe journal on the first part of the adventure, and we're going to do another journal for the second part of that adventure. Also, quite a few of you have taken on the HeyJ challenge, the HeyJ Alatreon challenge. I was quite surprised so many of you jumped into that. A lot of people downloaded the game, not downloaded, but reinstalled the game just to go do it. Quite a few submissions. I think we were at about 15 submissions a few days ago for people who have completed the Alatreon challenge. See, if Dark Souls is fair like that, Zekro, then I'm going to be okay. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the big deal is with Fatalis. Like, that's the big unknown to me. I know what it looks like. I have no idea what it does. I only know its reputation. One of my mods made the challenge. I just hope Dark Souls is fair because the last time I played it, I didn't remember it being fair. It'll be interesting too because I'm going to have the support of chat. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I think playing it on stream is going to be helpful. I will be turning on the switch that lets people join my game when I'm online because I heard you can get trolled pretty hard with that. Fatalis tests everything I know. I don't know that much, so I might be in trouble. Oh, does he get up close and personal? Oh boy. Dark Souls is trial and error. Yeah. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of trial and error either. I did try to play Sekiro as well. I didn't make it very far in Sekiro, and I was really upset with that game. But again, now I've gotten Monster Hunter training. So I hope that I'm better because of my training. I have Castlevania Monster Hunter training under my belt now. Dark Souls is easier than Monster Hunter in the end game. Okay. That sounds good. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Sekiro is harder than Dark Souls. Okay. I tried Neo 1, Sage. I also did not like Neo. I did not like the controls of Neo. Ace Attorney. Yes, Hans. Ace Attorney is another Capcom IP I have never touched, and I've always been interested in buying it. In fact, every time it goes on sale, I always hover over it, and something stops me from hitting buy now. I think it's because it's it's more like kind of a puzzle game in a sense that I'm just like, maybe I won't get into it. Puzzle games you have to be in a certain mood to play them. Robert, I'm going to attempt to do Arc-Tempered Valkana. My goal is very much to do Fatalis last. So I do want to kill everything that I can so that when Fatalis falls, there's no challenge after Fatalis. That's how I'm hoping I can finish Monster Hunter World. After that, we're just going to go around taking pictures, collecting endemic life and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a visual novel. So Dark Souls 3 has a pretty crazy exploit. Oh wow. Okay, that sounds like a little bit less of a friendly community if that's what they're doing. Oh, Unforgiven, which visual novels do you play? I'm sure it's worth it for Ace Attorney. I just it hasn't been a priority yet. There's been too many things. Arc Tempered before Fatalis. I don't know. Honestly, the people seem to be split on it. Some people say it's impossible to do, or it's very hard to do Arc Tempered Velkhana before Fatalis because you need the Fatalis gear. And other people say Arc Tempered Velkhana was easier for them than Fatalis. So I think it's a 50-50 toss-up. Arc Tempered Velkhana is harder than Fatalis. We'll find out. The Third Fleet podcast. So both of them have said they've pretty much said I need to finish Fatalis. They said it in a very nice way where they're like, oh, we want you to finish your journey, and then we're going to invite you to the Third Fleet podcast. This is what they've both said. I interpret it as go kill Fatalis, and then you earn a spot on the podcast with us. I know they're not like that, but that's how I read it. Snowing Steak, thank you for that. Have I thought about the coveted White Fatalis and Crimson Fatalis mods? I've heard about them, but I don't know what they do outside of color change. Let me get through the original Fatalis so that I can actually understand what the hype about it is. And if I have a good time with it and I want more challenges, I would definitely consider the White and Crimson Fatalis if it's up my alley for the type of challenges I like. If it's just like ridiculous, I might not go for it. So Arc Temper Velkhana's difficulty is based on which weapon. As a Switch Axe main, it's harder than Fatalis. Oh, I'm not happy to see that. It's constant one-shots without the Fatalis armor. Oh man, that's not good at all. That's not good at all. Classy's gonna have to revive me with all those Vigor Wasps. Yeah, so I think hopefully we can get through the original pledge this month, because it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months since I started this whole Monster Hunter journey. Dark Souls 1, 2, Bloodborne, then Dark Souls 3. That's the order to play them in. Bloodborne's a different universe though, right? I've heard about certain toxicity. I've also seen that the Dark Souls community seems to be quite alive and active on Twitch, so I really don't know what kind of viewers we're going to attract with this challenge, but luckily we started off in the Monster Hunter world where all the people here are cool. I've heard the Switch Axe is a very good matchup with Fatalis. I don't feel like it's a good matchup with Alatreon. If I count Bloodborne as a Dark Souls game, I do, just because I've heard everyone else counts it. I pretty much consider the three Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Sekiro to be part of the same universe genre. Oh, and then there's that PS5 exclusive, which is Demon Soul, I think. So that's another one. That's all like within the same ecosystem. Thank you, Silent Lotus. Glad you're here. Glad everyone's here. I've never done just like a chill let's chat a let's chat with chat. It's nice. Yeah, Demon Souls. That's what it is. Umel, thank you. You're saying Switch Axe is actually really good against Alatreon? I feel so sluggish. I saw someone use a longsword against Alatreon, and it looked so easy. They just kept like jumping up and going down, and there was just damage everywhere. I do not have a PlayStation 5, and I don't think I could get a PlayStation 5. Daltor, thank you so much for that that donation. Thank you. Longsword is good against everything. I might like one day just revisit World and try to do a longsword playthrough. Longsword is a weapon that intrigues me, but I don't know how to use it properly. By the way, we have our vanity URL, so if anybody has missed the chance to join Discord, the Discord link is now super easy. It's just discord.gg/heyjay. It changes every now and then when we lose the vanity URL. If anybody wants to chill, we're gonna create a new Dark Souls corner. Actually, I'm gonna create it right now. I'm surprised nobody saw that I had a new category created as a standby, as a placeholder, but it is done now. The category is done. Dun, 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 dun. Now we just have to create channels in there. Oh, we also, speaking of counters, I know you weren't talking about those counters. I'm probably going to do some counters for Dark Souls, similar to what we did with Monster Hunter, where we were counting like feints, carts, stuff like that. I don't know what to count in Dark Souls, so I will be looking for ideas in what to count for Dark Souls. Actually, let's create a channel here called General. There we go. The Dark Souls General channel is now open. I do know what Fatalis looks like. I've seen the statue and stuff, but I haven't seen I haven't seen him in game. Hey, Sergeant Crack. Good to see some old faces still hanging around here. I'm glad the old faces haven't jumped ship after the barrage of Monster Hunter I threw their way. Creepy laughs. That's an interesting one. Deaths for sure. I think we're going to have to count deaths. Bosses to kill. I think the first Dark Souls, I looked it up, has about 18 bosses or something. Thank you again for that, Sage. Number of lost souls would be a good one. I'm not sure what those are, but okay, something to keep. I'm guessing those are like collectibles potentially. What are invasions? Like I said, I'm going to be closing off my game so that people can't jump into my game and mess me up. So if that's what an invasion is, that won't be enabled. Rage counters? I don't rage. I never rage. Come on. Look at this cool cucumber here. Invasions are other people messing with you. So if that's turned off, I don't think we can count that. Souls are currency. You lose them when you die and can't find your body. Ugh. I'll have to look into how to do that. We might be able to do that. I own Cuphead, Daniel. That's another game I gave up on. It was too hard. I made it to, I think I couldn't kill the moon, or maybe I finished the moon. I'm still on the first island of Cuphead. I haven't made it very far. Oh, there are NPC invasions too. True. I did rage with Monkey. That monkey made me quite upset. See, that's how I define a good monster. I don't like Rajang. I really don't like that guy. Alatreon has given me more difficulty than Rajang, and I fought Alatreon far longer than Rajang, and I still don't dislike Alatreon, but man, do I hate the monkey. That monkey can go pound some coconuts. So, Video Game Guru, the Thursday Monster Hunter, it's an open slot, so I'm going to be focusing mostly on Monster Hunter World. But if we need to go revisit Monster Hunter Rise for new content, I'm going to be doing it on Thursdays. Older Monster Hunter games, so I've said the next one will be Generations Ultimate. I will be revisiting that one at the end of the year. So after Dark Souls, I intend to go look at Generations Ultimate to see what that's like. I know there's still a Rajang left. Oh, by the way, since we're all here, YouTube gang, Editor is in the chat. So if anybody has been enjoying the latest editing style in the videos for the last 2 months, Editor is here and is now accepting praise. He's been doing a pretty good job. Honestly, I give him no direction. I just give him a clip and I say, put in your jokes. And then he sends me the journal and I'm just like, I don't understand half these jokes. Explain this to me. And then I'm like, okay, that sounds fine. Pass it. It's nice to have someone to pass jokes. Sometimes we will bounce joke where we're like, is this a good joke? Then he's like, no, it's not a good joke. Don't do it. But the editor loves the monkey. So if you have seen tensions in the journal between my criticism of the monkey and the clear favoritism of Rajang, it's because the editor is biased. I don't know what that is for Monster Hunter Generations, what the big crown is, Colin. The royalty pledge and get the big crown? I'm going to have to learn what that is. I wonder how is the council going to deal with Dark Souls? Is there going to be a Dark Souls council? Have I heard of the monster in Monster Hunter called Plesieth? I think I've heard of it, but I don't know who Plesieth is. I've done a little bit of Rise offline, but I have not done it since the last stream. I was supposed to rank up to level 100 for tomorrow. I am still level like 58. So I intend to play tonight probably, and maybe actually I have no time to play tomorrow. So I'm probably not going to hit level 100 by tomorrow. So we might do some multiplayer grinding on stream tomorrow. What's the council? Asks R2. I'm pretty sure you know. The council is a group of community members who have band together to fight the oppression of my content, I guess. I actually don't know. They just watch me. The council is a bunch of people who just watch me more intently than other people. You know, you ever been watched by like people that you're like, they're not really creepy. They're not really hurting anyone. They're just watching very intently. Hunter rank 100 is doable in a few hours. So I might just have to do it on stream tomorrow. I'm going to try to get there tonight, but I don't think I can do it. I'm averaging about 10 ranks an hour is what I calculated. So that's like a 4-hour commitment, 3 to 4 hour. Yes. On the trains, you know, those watchers on the train, that's the council. Plesioth is an old jank monster with bad hitboxes. Oh man, I do not look forward to fighting that thing. I do look forward to Rise though. We haven't even, not Rise, Stories 2. We haven't even talked about Stories 2. That game is going to be like such a treat. And I feel I needed to have like a bright, happy game to offset the dark, depressing gameplay of Dark Souls. So I think this balances it well. On Saturday mornings, we can all get our cereal out and play like happy story time. And then on Tuesday at the start of the work week, we can play Dark Souls and just really feel that like Monday, Tuesday energy. And on Thursday, we have a good time and we beat up some monsters. Sage, I'm looking forward to writing Khezu just because it's so ugly. I just want to see the writer on Khezu. Like playing Dark Souls 1 by myself, I would probably not get around, but playing it with all of you that offsets the darkness, I think it's going to be better. I've heard Dark Souls 2 is pretty trash though. Like I've heard it was just, people seem to really hate on Dark Souls 2. What quiz, Viotech? I'm not familiar with a quiz. Is there like a stories quiz? I will happily do a quiz right now if there's a quiz. Rampages? Yeah, so rampages I would do with people. Do I have any pets? I currently do not have pets. I've had pets most of my life. They were never really my pets. I've never had a pet to my own that I was like, I went to a store and I said, you will be my pet and I will buy you. I've never done that for myself yet. Getting the big crown, defeat all EX deviants. You get a big crown next to your name. That sounds like something I would want to do, but I have to get a sense for the game first. Backseat gaming in Dark Souls. I'm not worried. Have you seen the backseat gaming take place in Dark Souls? We have emote only chat to deal with backseat gaming. We'll be fine. I wonder how the Dark Souls community is going to react to emote only mode. They're going to be like, what is this? Although emote only mode is a Twitch feature, so I think they'll be pretty familiar with it. Not even a Porgy Unforgiven? Quiz was posted above heart. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can actually find this. I cannot find. Chat is scrolling too fast. Apologies. I like that a user called Nipple Technology is offering to be my pet. Thank you, Nipples. Although now you're making me wonder. If I had a pet, I would probably call them Nipples just for the fun of it. So that if anybody asked me what my pet name was, I'd be like, oh, it's Nipples. Nobody would call out your, like if it was a dog, nobody would call out your dog's name out in public. Oh, what's your dog's name? It's Nipples. Why don't you call Nipples over? I'll be playing Dark Souls 1 for now. I heard good things about 3, but I think I need to appreciate 1 first. Which version of Dark Souls? So I'm playing the first one, and I'm playing the remastered one that is on PC. Oh, I can see people are already chatting in the Dark Souls chat. Very nice. Just name it Nipples in French. What is nipple? Oh my goodness. No, I'm not even going to say that out loud. There's a lot of French words for nipple. Some are just as funny as the word nipple. Potentially. I've never really tried mods in any game, but if it makes the experience better, or if it's worth trying out, I would try mods. I think there are mods for Monster Hunter. Oh yeah, we talked about this. Crimson and White Fatalis. Well, we'll see, Biotech. Like, I really enjoyed. I tend to enjoy the debated games in franchises. Like, I really enjoyed Castlevania 2, which is disliked by a lot of people. I enjoyed Star Fox Zero, which is disliked by a lot of people. I enjoyed. Those are the only two that come to mind. What are the ABCs of Dark Souls? As far as I know, it's you kind of wander around like a really depressing place and you try to find the boss and then you try to kill the boss and then you progress. That's how I understand it. And when you lose your progress, which sounds pretty depressing. But I don't think the bosses respawn after you kill them once. So like the measures for progress is killing the bosses. All right, we're going to wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. So if there's any other questions, I'm happy to answer anything. Dark Soul atmosphere is similar to Hollow Knight. I wouldn't say that. Hollow Knight is not depressing. Hollow Knight is solemn. Like you're exploring the ruins of a civilization that no longer exists. It's like melancholic. Melancholy is how I would define Hollow Knight. And it's not bloody. There's no blood, and it's bugs. So it's happy little bugs. Oh, the new hair? Oh, that was just, oh, well, that was half a joke. I've been debating cutting my hair. This is the longest I've ever had my hair. I don't know if you guys can actually see how long it is. I can actually make a ponytail out of it now. It's the longest I've ever had it. I actually I like it, but I don't like maintaining it. I like the look of it. And it's summer, so it's hot. So I'm debating just cutting it and it'll grow back. And this will be my winter look, and then I'll have the short hair for my summer look. Then we get the best of both worlds. A lot of keep the hair here. I cannot grow a beard. I am incapable of growing a beard. Even if I wanted to scare you, I cannot grow a beard. I would consider the Metroid 2 fan remake. I actually just heard it's still available today. I was watching a video by Arlo about how to get into Metroid, even though I know how to get into Metroid. I've played most of Metroid. I've never tried the fan remake. I would love to see what they've done. I think that'd be a fun thing to stream. I will not shave bald. I will always have hair. Hair is a defining feature of me. Twin tails? Like pigtails? Here? You actually can't see it because of this, but like there's actually more hair when I don't have... Yeah, look at that. And actually, when I move my head, I can actually feel hair moving on my head. That is such a strange sensation. The hair sensation. You know, I find it kind of funny that out of this whole journey, the zero-sum discharge in some circles has been renamed to invasion sensation. In entirely serious conversations, I've seen some people talk. He's like, oh yeah, you got to go and you got to invade sensate. Like, do the invasion sensation. It's not even used in joke. Even sometimes, I don't even call it zero-sum discharge anymore. I'm just like, oh yeah, we got to do some invasion sensations. Poop too much. I think I have a lot of people that could offer me their beard scraps. Actually, I have a friend who they have a massive beard, but they have no hair. So I'm like, maybe like between the two of us, we make a complete like full head of hair. It looks like the court wig. Oh no, that's terrible. Comb like Serious Handler. Oh man, I don't remember what Serious Handler looks like off the top of my head. Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne, a full review. If I don't remember ever, I guess I should. I've never actually thought of doing that, but I think that would make sense to like tie the whole journal series with a proper review at the end. Yeah, I'll probably do that. No, I wasn't talking about Eric's. I've actually never spoken to Eric, so but I do know he has mighty beard powers. Lots of beard. No problem, Biotech. And again, if you just joined and you want to keep chatting with this lovely community, or, well, not myself, I'll be driving for the next bit, so I will not be in the Discord. But we have our Vanity URL back for a bit. So that is the Discord. If anybody wants to join, chat Dark Souls, chat Monster Hunter, submit whatever you want. Oh, we have an art. We have art thing. We have Friday night movie nights. And Friday night movie nights has really evolved into something quite crazy. The community finds some of the worst films in existence and watches it together. God of War journal. You know, hey, that's another good one. I really loved God of War on the PlayStation 4, but I've never played all the other God of Wars. I tried playing God of War 3 and I really didn't like it. But I heard like the first two on the PS2 were really good. And they're like action-y adventures. I could probably enjoy those. When will I start pumping my body like JoJo characters? I am enjoying I'm enjoying JoJo. I'm enjoying posing like JoJo, and I'm realizing I can pose far better if I am bulky like JoJo characters. Now, will I ever achieve that? Probably not, but one can dream. Maybe once the gyms reopen around here, I will put some mild effort into bulking up into an extremely lean, very tiny version of a JoJo character. I don't think I would ever reach that level of bulk. Mark the Cyber, I will take a look. God of War, I did watch like the whole God of War story before I got into the PS4 version. So I did get like the background, but yeah, that's a universe that's really interesting. One Punch Man, I made it 3 episodes in. I was like, nope, it's not getting my attention. Again, I'd be down to like checking it out again, but I wasn't sold on the whole gimmick of, oh, he just punches things once and that's it. But again, maybe I should watch it just to like my whole reason to get into JoJo was to understand the memes. And now when I'm like screaming, oh no, I'm actually like trying to emulate JoJo and just going like, oh no, like just by myself at home. Or I'll like try to say his, oh my God, or like, holy shit, all that stuff. So the memes are pretty good. My Hero Academia, I've never watched. I'd be curious to try that, to watch that one. Death Note, I've watched all of it. I love it. I watched that like over 10 years ago. Death Note was great. One Piece is one I will never watch because I've tried 3 to 4 times to get into that series. I can't, and it's too long. I'm never going to get into One Piece. I think it's just, I've given up on that. Do I watch my own content? I watch my own content when I have to edit. You wouldn't believe how much I have to listen to myself. Well, I have to do that less now that I have an editor helping out. But before, I used to spend way too much time listening to myself. Steins Gate, I made it through the first season, and I think there is just one season. Oh my God, that was a slow burn, but everyone kept saying the payoff's at the end, and I'm really glad I stuck to it because it was a fantastic payoff. I really like the ending of Steins Gate. I've been watching Attack on Titan. I've fallen out of it. I don't like how the ending is going, so I lost interest in it. I tried to read the manga for One Piece as well because I want to go through everything faster, and I still couldn't get into the story. I'm in Egypt in part 3 of JoJo. They just made it to Egypt, and they're now fighting the Egyptian god cards, the Egyptian gods stands. I don't know much about 7 Deadly Sins. Not too sure about that one. And I don't know or have any thoughts again regarding RE0. I don't even know what that is. I may have heard. I don't even know like if that's an anime or if that's a type of anime. I don't know anything of that. I have not watched Darker Than Black. Also, I've not heard of that. What ended in a bad way? Oh, because of the editor. Oh, no. I didn't know about the ending of Attack on Titan, how that ended. Yes, Dragon Ball Z Abridged is one of my favorite like fan-made things ever. I've watched all of it. I just like that too is another one I will like often just talk in like Super Kami Guru's voice when I can. I don't think I can do it on command here, but like sometimes I will just like go around and call people by their names in the Guru voice. I'll just be like Nerl. He's just so much good comedy from that series. It's almost as good, if not better, than the original series. I would probably be much better using my morning voice. Some of you who join the Sunday streams have noticed I have a much deeper voice in the morning. I could do the Nerl. That's the only one I can imitate. Oh, Re:Zero was an anime. Okay. What is SAO abridged? Dragon Ball Z is the only series I've watched that is abridged. I am an adult. Man. If like conventions ever open up again, how long does it take to watch all of Dragon Ball Z abridged? There's like what, 60 episodes at 10 minutes? Okay, that's a lot of minutes. 600 minutes? How many hours is that? 10 hours? If there's ever like conventions again, I would love to just like rent out a hall and just watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged from start to finish. We'll do a 6-hour marathon. If I did that right, if I calculate that. Oh, Sword Art Online. I'd have to watch the original first. All right, I actually went 5 minutes over. I have to head out. But thank you everyone for your support, for watching the content, and for showing up here for a live stream. I wasn't sure how well it was going to be received, but it was fun connecting with everyone, chatting. Hopefully we can do more of this in Discord. Otherwise, I will see you. What are we today? Monday? I will see you tomorrow with Monster Hunter Rise on twitch.tv/HeyJayOfficial. Take care, everyone, and please help me with Dark Souls because that's going to be a rough ride. All right. Have a great day, night, morning, wherever you are in the world. And until next time, keep it classy.